So, all right, let's take it from the beginning, right? When we first seen you come on the scene, it was obviously through Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
And I believe y'all was the first season, right? Like, because I believe it was New York was the first season, and then it went to Atlanta. But was you in the first season of the Atlanta one?
What's that?
Ooh, I like that sound. I like that sound.
So I was in the first season. I think I was in the first season of Atlanta because I think it came out in New York first. I'm sure.
Right.
Yes.
With Jim Jones and Chrissy and them.
Yes.
And then I think it went straight to Atlanta. Yeah. And then I was 23 when I did Love and Hip Hop. I had just met Stevie J, which I'm sure you were.
Of course.
You guys know him. Yeah. And I started doing. I actually had met him like a week prior to doing Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, okay, so this is something, because I did a season of Love and Hip Hop, right?
Miami, right?
I did Miami, yeah, just one season. I liked it, to tell you the truth. But to tell you, let me ask you a question, because this is a rumor that everyone thinks. Everyone thinks that, you know, this is a setup, like meaning they'll come in and say like, oh, okay, this person's gonna throw a drink, and then y'all gonna like, you know, was it like that for you?
Okay, so the first season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, right? I want to say they had producers that were doing their jobs, which is amazing. You got to do your motherfucking job, right? But then I want to say they had audiences like me that was going to come and be themselves and just push the limits and everything that I went through in Love and Hip Hop was real. I don't really never blame the producers. I usually, you know why I can't blame the producers? Because I feel like you have to take responsibilities for yourself. You're gonna go on TV, anything can happen, and you're being open, especially like in a reality TV show. And I mean, you know, everybody got to do their job. To have a great show, you need great producers. So like, I highly doubted it. The producers are in there, like, you know, throw a drink at that bitch, like. You know, slap that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nobody has never said that. I'm sure they have said that. But I don't really think that was the deal with Love and Hip Hop the first season. I think it was just so raw, right? You know, you had Stevie J with Mimi.
Because, you know, to tell you the truth, me being the outsider looking in, when the New York was like, but when they got to Atlanta, it was like, wait a minute, this is now television. Right there. Yeah, and I was like, now this is television, because the first season, and by the way, I watched every Love and Hip Hop. I'm a big Love and Hip Hop. That's the reason why I did it. But it felt like that was like the breakout season when it went to Atlanta, and it was like, it was no holds barred, there was everything going out. And that's why I always wanted to wonder, because it was so good TV, it was like, damn, did they set this up a little bit? Like, you know, but you saying they put you in the room, salud. Hey! So you saying your part was really, they get you in the room and just straight to it.
I mean, I'm saying that you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that, for example, like, I didn't know my baby daddy had a whole woman at home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you kept calling her Mimi the maid at one point.
Well, you know, I mean...
How did you come up with that? I was like, what? I was sitting there, I was thrown off.
Oh, my God. That's funny, because I just put that in one of my songs, my new EP that's coming out.
Okay,
I just had to go.
Let's go. I respect that.
You know what? I had to go back and do a bunch of my like liners and put them on my new EP, because I just feel like they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like they need to hear that. But shout out to Mimi. I think, you know, the thing, here's the thing. Mimi's a great person. Let me just say that. She's an amazing woman,
right? To hear you say that.
Yeah, no, she's an amazing woman.
Right.
And you know, Mimi grew up in Scientology.
Really?
You guys didn't know that?
No.
The religious Scientology in California. She lived in the Scientology building from the age of 12. I mean, I'm sorry, from the age of 5 all the way to the age of 13. And Mimi is really a great person, but her mother was in the church really bad. And so Mimi just really grew up just knowing that. So it was really easy when you grow up in like a cult type of church, it's easy for anybody to come and play games with you. Because I mean, Stevie is all right, but he's not like the greatest player. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, let's just be real. And so I just feel like she's a great person. And you know, I hated to call her Molly the maid, but the bitch used to do clean houses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I called the bitch Molly the maid, I swear I did not plan that. It was just like, bitch, put on your t-shirt and go do what you do best. Is clean the motherfucking dishes. You know, it's not like it was planned. I still think she's a great woman, a great mother, and a great person.
Right. Goddamn, make some noise for that, man. So let's talk about Zeus, right? Is it Zeus? You guys,
network.
Because I heard somewhere that you are a owner of Zeus.
No, I do not own Suits, but I do own Joseline's Cabaret.
Okay, so you own your show on
I own my show, which a lot of people that's on Suits, they don't have the same deal that I have.
I hear what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying. I hear what you're saying. Go ahead. I
don't want to get into details because you know I don't want to fuck up nobody's way of doing things.
You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Yeah, and I don't want to fuck up anybody's company or on how they operate and do their things. It's just that when I came on board, coming from loving hip hop for so many years, and I just felt like I made VH1 Viacom billions of dollars.
Goddamn.
Wow. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say that again. I made billions. Yes. And the reason why I'm going to Noriega, you've been in the industry for a very long time.
Yes.
You know how this shit works, right?
It's horrible.
Well, the thing is, what I'm saying, like what I'm trying to get at is like I made the people so much money.
Right.
Like I had a friend that's a lawyer in Atlanta, and for years he's a black man. For years we'll like talk and ownership and EP property and stuff like that. And so a lot of people don't know, intellectual property is very important for you to gain or get as you're growing up in the game. And it's going to be hard for you to get it in the beginning, but you could actually get your intellectual property if you stay on top of your shit and really focus on getting that. You know what I'm saying? And so when coming from doing something like Love and Hip Hop, I just always feel like I was just like, wow, I come from nothing. I grew up with no shoes in Puerto Rico. The projects of Puerto Rico, it was hard,
Right, well.
And I feel like sometimes you gotta just go there. Yeah. You gotta just say, you know what, fuck this shit.
That's right. We gonna have a, we gonna drink up. we ain't getting emotional. Because our show is literally about giving people their flowers, and I want you to know, we saw you come from the bottom and to where you at. It's amazing. And you deserve your flowers. That's what our show is about. So yeah, goddamn it, this is your. Snoop Dogg said it's like a Grammy.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yes, Snoop Dogg. That's right. Come on, goddamn.
That's your Grammy.
Yes.
Are they real?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much.
Yes.
I love it.
That's it.
Thank you guys. I know I was getting emotional, but look, being able to get your intellectual property after you like grew up with nothing and work for the white people for so many years, and then you come and you actually could own something.
Right.
Like Joseline's Cabaret. I started putting Joseline's Cabaret when I was probably like.
Whoa. And what season you on, Jocelyn?
I'm about to be on season 4.
Damn.
I would have already shot season 4, but I want to go do College Hill.
Oh, College Hill. That's right.
Which is coming out next month.
You, Amber Rose, Ray J. Who else?
Shit, who else was in there? Quay, the boy that be wearing the wigs.
Okay.
The basketball player. Tiana Taylor's husband.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor's husband. Amar Shepard.
Yes.
He was on there. The girl that acts. What's her name? Pee-Pee. We call her Pee-Pee.
Okay.
Parker.
Okay.
Parker.
Okay.
She was on there. She played one of the shows with the Wayans brothers for many years. She's a little thot. She was up in there dancing to my song, shaking that ass.